Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of the weekly diecast haul. Like I said in part 1, really good haul, some really good finds, and yeah, let's get to what I found this week. Starting with, from the Matchbox Moving Parts, it's the 1964 Buick Riviera. Cool new casting. I like the Buick Riviera. It's a pretty cool old school car. So it's always cool to find a new version of it. So yeah, pretty cool Riviera. I like the way it looks. Doors open up. So that's pretty cool. Pretty awesome casting. I like the way it looks. It's my third version of this casting, so always cool to get a new version. And yeah, not too bad of a car or a casting. I like it. So yeah, that's a nice little Buick Riviera I found. Next up's new Hot Wheels 5-pack, the Hot Wheels Retro Racers. Pretty awesome 5-pack. I like all the cars in here. So we'll go from favorite to least favorite, starting with a head starter. It's like an old school Indy car from the 60s. Looks pretty cool for a tuned car. Nothing too crazy. All metal, because it's pretty heavy, so pretty nice little casting. I like the way it looks. So yeah, not too bad for a little like fantasy casting. So that's pretty awesome. Next up is the Eric Stein rod. Pretty cool looking rat rod truck. It's a pretty awesome rat rod casting. So I like the way it looks. Not too bad of a car. So pretty awesome to have this version of it. Like the way it looks. So yeah, pretty cool version. Can't complain. So that's pretty awesome. Next up is the 1970 Ford Mustang Mach 1. Always like this casting. I always think it's a really cool one as well. So it's a pretty cool Mustang casting. Can't go wrong there. So I'm glad to add this to the collection. So yeah, not too bad of a casting. Looks pretty good. And yeah, pretty awesome Mustang. So I'm glad to add that. Next up is the Lamborghini Countach pace car. I love this Porsche Lamborghini casting. It's a pretty nice one, and it's a pretty nice version of it. Like the way it looks. Paint's pretty cool on it. And yeah, pretty awesome little casting. Like the way it looks. So yeah, that's a pretty awesome little Lamborghini. And next up, and the final car is a Porsche 917 LH. Pretty nice Porsche. One of my favorite Porsche castings. So it's a pretty nice one to add to the collection. So, really got to add this one. So that one's really awesome. Next up is Batmobile from Batman v Superman. I always like this casting. One of my favorite Batmobiles. It looks pretty good. Rims are okay on it. I like that front end. But yeah, it's just a basic Batmobile from that movie. So, but it's a cool version. I'm going to add it to the collection. So not too bad. So that's pretty awesome. Next up is the El Cerrado Coupe. Pretty awesome little fantasy casting. Like the way it looks. For a fantasy, like old school 60s car, it's pretty cool. I like the way it looks. Wheels fit it pretty well. I like that racing paint scheme on it. So yeah, not too bad of a car. Really got to add this to the collection. So yeah, it's a pretty nice little race car. So that's a cool version of that casting. So I'm glad to add that one. Next up is this is from the leap year from this year, so it's been out for a while. Is a Roger Dodger. Oh, it's like this casting. It's a pretty nice little fantasy Dodge Charger, Twin Challenger. Like that big engine right there. Has a 29 for February 29th. Rims are pretty cool, and I like the paint scheme. So yeah, it's a pretty awesome Charger. So I'm really glad to add this to the collection. Not too bad of a car. So yeah, pretty nice Roger Dodger. Really got to add it to the collection. So that's pretty awesome. Next up is the Fiat 500. Always like this little casting. I think it looks pretty nice. It's a pretty nice little paint scheme on it too. Like the blue with the rims. Has front decals, which is nice. No rear, but it's still a pretty awesome little casting. I like the way it looks. So yeah, not too bad of a fantasy casting. Not fantasy. Not too bad of a Fiat version. It's not a fantasy, it's a real car. But yeah, it's a pretty cool little Fiat 500. I like the way it looks. So yeah, not too bad of a car. I like that one. Next up is the 60s Fiat 500 D. Also another pretty cool little casting. So I wanted my second version of it too, so it's cool to have another version of this. The one I had was from the Golf Premium set a while back. I got it. It's a pretty cool main line of it. I like the way it looks. Paint scheme's pretty nice. I like the rims aren't too bad. No front decals, but that's alright. It's still pretty cool. I like the checkered flag on top. So yeah, it's a pretty nice little Fiat race car from the 60s. So yeah, pretty nice little car. That's a cool one to add. So that's awesome. Next up from the Silver Series, it is the 1988 Jeep Wrangler. Wagoneer, I mean. Cool to find this SUV. Like the way it looks. Rims are pretty cool. Like that paint scheme. No front. There are some front decals there. And rear. It's a pretty nice car. I mean truck. And it's pretty heavy. Has some good weight on it. Metal base, metal body. So love the way this Jeep Wagoneer looks. So pretty awesome little casting. And yeah, I'm really gonna add it to the collection. So that's awesome. Next up, also from a different Silver Series, it is from the Hot Wheels Japanese imports. It's a 1968 MAA Cosmos Sport. Cool to find this little guy. It's also a nice little casting. I like the rims, I like the paint job. Has front decals and rear decals. So it's a pretty nice little Mazda to add to the collection. So it's not too bad. I like the way it looks. So yeah, pretty awesome little car. It looks really good, so yeah, not too bad to add to the collection. Like that Mazda Cosmos. Next up, and the last, and it's a premium Boulevard series. It's the 1960s Fiat 500D. Cool to have two versions of this car to add to the collection this week. So this is a pretty cool Boulevard version of it. This one's pretty nice as well. Like the paint scheme, rims are pretty nice. Rubber tires, has front decals and rear. So it's a pretty awesome premium version of this car. So I'm really glad to add this to the collection. Pretty nice little Fiat. So yeah, pretty awesome. And so I'm really glad to add it to the collection. So yeah, I can't go wrong with that. It's a nice Fiat 500D. And last up is Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s Good Wrench Monte Carlo from the late 80s. And it was in a Hendrick box, but I had it in here a long time ago. So I just thought I'd just have it, took it out. So it's cool to take this car back out of its box. Of this box I put it in. It's a pretty cool car. It's a race version. Has a tire mark there. Love this 80s Dale Earnhardt Sr. cars from the 80s. Just an awesome car to add to the collection. So it looks really good. Can't go wrong with it, so that's just awesome. So yeah, that's all I'm adding this week. Pretty good haul, can't complain, some cool cars. And yeah, thanks again for the support of this channel as always. I really appreciate all the support I get for these videos. And yeah, if you guys want more videos like this, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thanks again for the support for this channel and the videos. And yeah, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'll see you guys in the next video. And I'll talk to you guys next time.